We haven't even got our stuff on yet and they're already catching them. Got one? It's probably only been like 40 minutes or so. Not doing too bad. The weather is a lot better now.
We got 10.
All right. Well, so do y'all have a full 5-gallon bucket to the top yet?
Yeah, I did see some lightning.
First starfish. I can't believe we didn't see any starfish or anything down there. Nothing. A seahorse or something. Yeah, I saw some of those. Oopsies.
I almost.
Hey baby, be a simple, be a simple man.
So the girls are still out paddleboarding. I'm not sure which direction they were. Will and I just got back from dropping these scallops off, and while we were gone, Jacob nicely cleaned out the entire boat. It looks super clean right now. This is a lot of the gear that we've been using to go scalloping. Basically just fins, mask, and snorkel. It's pretty much all you need. And you need a little bag to put the scallops in. Hey everybody, welcome back to Overland, Florida. I'm Kevin. It's a little late in the video to be doing an introduction, but we woke up today, Saturday, in a really bad lightning storm. I think lightning woke us up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and everybody was just awake since then. Rain kept coming and coming, kept getting bands of rain, and there was more rain offshore, so we went and ran some errands, went to Publix, went to the Biscuit Barn or whatever it's called in Homosassa and got some breakfast. Anyway, the rain let up enough for us to take the boat out. We went all the way to St. Martin's Key, did some scalloping. We reached limit pretty quickly. There's a lot of scallops in like 3 feet of water, 3 to 4 feet, which is perfect, ideal water for scalloping. We ended up with like almost 20 gallons. We had 2 boats, and both boats have a 10-gallon limit, so we reached limit pretty quickly. And as you can see in the video, we got caught in a lot of rain. Not so much lightning, so we weren't too worried about it. A lot of us have been boating our entire lives, so we're not really too scared about weather and stuff like that. But again, there was a lot of rain, got really cold. We were hoping the sun would come out a little bit so we could dry off on the way back, but that did not happen. So as you saw in some other clips, we ended up taking the scallops out of the boats and we put them on the golf cart. Will and I took them to McRae's and Homosassa to get shucked for us. Usually they just do it themselves, but like I said, we had like 20 gallons and it would have taken hours and hours, and we just didn't want to sit outside doing that. So sticker shock, it was $90 to have them all shucked for us, so probably not going to do that again. So that's probably why they always did it themselves. But other than that, the girls are paddleboarding, and judging by the dogs barking, they're probably coming up behind me here. So they've been gone for about 25 minutes, so I'm guessing they got used to them pretty quick. It's the first time they've really had them out. You want to put her on the board? Picked up the scallops. That's what $90. Oh crap! That's what $90 worth of scallops looks like.
10 out of 10.
All on the wrist.
And he takes a beer out the back of his UTV, sprays it on the thing. The guy's over there trying to get sand up on it. Instantly puts the fire out, gets back in the UTV and drives off.
You know it's good when they put beer in there.
That is right. That is in fact right. Can I get some garlic salt right there?
Yes, sure.
And then let's try some out of Longhorn seasoning. Let's just
So we're in there cooking, and I'm like, where's the Everglades seasoning? And they're like, we're all out. And I'm like, well, I keep all that stuff right here in my truck. And I'll be darned if this is the first time since I've met Ron like 3 or 4 years ago that I am all out of Everglades. But I got the Southwest Desert Dust. It's actually pretty decent. I got just a little bit of Four Rivers Smokehouse brisket rub. That's really good too. Dang man, I think that's it. I have no Everglades seasoning, which is really weird.
cheers, cheers, hot dog. Followed by Crown.
You gotta chase it with some Crown.
Pretty overcast today, so we're gonna see how far we can go out, see what the weather's gonna be like. We're gonna see if we can get 8 gallons. We're only gonna have 4 people, and you can only have 2 gallons per person, so we're gonna see how early we can reach the limit and come back to the house and enjoy the rest of the Sunday. It is July 4th, so happy July 4th to everybody. That's Jacob's bag. 1 bag. It's like half of our bucket at least, 3/4 of it.
Got all I got in me. Flip on the live well button.
So here's our limit. We got about 9 gallons today. Luckily the weather held out. And we got the largest one and the smallest one. So it's about 8 o'clock on Sunday night. Katie and I made it all the way back to Lakeland. Thanks again to the Caseys for letting us stay all weekend, inviting us over. It was a lot of fun. This video is going to be kind of all jumbled up. Let me fast forward to last Tuesday. Katie and I went to the Chaslahowitzka River and we were swimming in the caves, and I had my old GoPro, and I guess it's just been used so many times it got worn out. Well, it wasn't exactly waterproof anymore, and I didn't know that, so we went swimming into the caves, we popped up on the other end, and the video file was corrupt, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And then, you know, a couple minutes after that, there was water behind the screen on the front of the camera. Water's not supposed to be in there, so ended up ruining that entire GoPro. So I had to buy a new GoPro, and luckily that came Friday evening right before we left Lakeland to drive to Homosassa, so that worked out pretty well. So that being said, I had no time to experiment with this new GoPro or go through any of the settings, so literally charged it in the truck on the way there, and then it's been non-stop go, go, go all weekend. So a lot of the footage is kind of weird. Like I said, it's going to be out of order. Instead of making a video for Saturday and one for Sunday, I'm just going to throw all the footage together. And if you notice us wearing different clothes, or one day it's really rainy, one day it's really sunny, just know that it was either Saturday or Sunday. It's just all jumbled together. So we went out. It was raining pretty much the entire time, Friday and Saturday. There was no lightning offshore, so we decided to take the boat out. We're all pretty much experienced boaters. We've been going out since we were little kids, pretty much on the water, so was no issue with that. Scallop season is on this year. There's scallops everywhere. It took us no time. We limited out with 10 gallons, actually 20 gallons in probably an hour, hour and a half. So we headed back. We dropped them off at McCrae's, and you'll see footage of that. It was $90 to have 20 gallons of scallops shucked for us. So that was kind of sticker shock at first, and then that night we cooked scallop Alfredo, and then we wrapped some in bacon with some brown sugar and syrup on top of that and put them in the oven to bake. They were delicious. And a couple nights we went out to Old Mill Tavern, and they had karaoke Friday night and Saturday night, so we stayed out there till about midnight, then went back home, hung out around the house for a little bit, and we fell asleep. And then each morning we woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go hit the water. Saturday morning when we woke up, there was a huge bolt of lightning that must have hit the property somewhere, because it woke everybody up, and we didn't go back to sleep after that. So Saturday was a long day because we didn't get very much sleep. So Saturday was a total blast. Even though the sun didn't come out once, it was raining the whole time nonstop. On the way back, it was like a little mini hurricane. The wind was blowing, so much rain we couldn't even really see at some point, you know, 50, 60 yards away from us, so the boat's next to us. We stayed anchored for that because that's not very safe boating around. But once it was visible to go a little bit further to at least see the channel markers, we started to head back to Homosassa. We woke up Sunday morning. The sun was out. It was really hot. As you can see, we're all sunburnt. Will's all sunburnt. Everyone's backs are sunburnt from snorkeling in the water. It's kind of funny, but that's just the way it is. You can tell who was snorkeling, who was going scalloping, just by the sunburn patterns on them. But Sunday, we limited out. We didn't see as many scallops so frequently. Maybe they're just picked over a little bit, and maybe they're further out into the Gulf and deeper water. But it took us literally a couple hours, and we limited out 10 gallons on that trip. So the entire weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we got a total of 30 gallons of scallops. So it was a lot of fun. Like I said, the season goes until the end of September. So we're gonna go back out a couple more times, at least maybe twice a month, and just do it over again until the end of September. It was a lot of fun. So thanks again for watching, guys. Let me get used to this new GoPro, figure out the lenses and everything, and the video shall continue. Tuesday, July 13th, if you guys want to go, if you're off on a weekday, we're going to go to the Chaslahowitzka River. We're going to go to Seven Sister Springs. So if you guys have kayaks, paddleboards, a boat, or whatnot, if you want to go float, we're going to go hang out in the springs probably till about 5, 6 o'clock at night. So we'll be there pretty much all day. We're going to take high tide, take the boat up into the crack. Then on the way back, we'll just stop at Seven Sister Springs and just hang out until the sun goes down, maybe.